Hmm. How y'all doing? I'm getting up close and personal on this one in continuing recognition of Men's Mental Health Month. Now I know they got something for every month. Men's Mental Health Month, Women's Mental Health Month. Every month should be every human being mental health month. You know what I'm saying? This is Denmark. Let's get into it. I'm going to take my full amount of time. I always try to stay under 10 minutes in respect of your time and your attention spans. So let's delve right into it. How Black masculinity norms affect the mental health of Black men. So, for those of you that do not look like me, for those of you that do not love people that look like me, hopefully you all do, because we're all humans. That will forget all that Martin Luther King, Gandhi type shit. Let's be real. And we're going to touch on that in this article. So if for those that look like me, that look like my son, let's get into it. Black masculinity, because for the next few days, I'm going to focus on toxic masculinity. Really? Do all apex predators, also called real men, have to be toxic? Toxic masculinity. Check it. Just some research that I've done. Please, I insist that you do it for yourselves. Black men specifically are traditional masculinity roles. That's what they play, and ideas across racial and ethnic backgrounds that have caused men to struggle with being vulnerable and sharing their emotions, making them even more reluctant to seek help. In her book, We Real Cool, Black Men and Masculinity, the social and cultural critic Bell Hooks examined the impact on Black men of social expectations that they'll behave in ways associated with Black masculinity and described how the expectation to follow a specific set of behaviors creates a toxic environment. Viewed inside a stereotype, Black men can become dehumanized and invisible, excuse me, dehumanized and invisible, and their psychological and emotional health suffers. In addition, the lack of love and acceptance that many of them face can create a separate emotional crisis. Researchers who examine how Black masculinity and norms affect help seeking behavior among Black men have found negative outcomes. In a study published in Behavioral Medicine, notions about Black masculinity both exacerbated psychological and emotional challenges such as depression, anxiety, and PTSD, and prevented the men from seeking help to address those challenges. In other words, my Black men and my Black boys becoming men, we got to act hard all the time. We got to show strength all the time. We can't afford to be vulnerable because it's perceived as a weakness. And weaknesses get you killed. Isn't that right? Open displays of emotion, on the other hand, are often frowned upon and not socially acceptable, sending a clear message to some Black men that to be accepted, they must fit a particular gender role in which strength and stoicism are mandatory. You always got to be hard. You always got to have your shield up. You always got to be ready to strike. Isn't that right? Black man. young black boys out there carrying Glocks and SIGs and everything else. I'm, I'm not going to get it on. I'm just giving you the research. I'm giving you the science. I'm giving you the data. Okay, I'm not going to get on my soapbox. Black men, I'm talking about myself. You hear what I'm saying? I'm talking. Black men experience unique challenges that other men don't face because of the attention placed on their looks and bodies, and rarely on their mental or emotional intelligence. Research suggests that in many spaces, Black men are expected to be strong and resilient physically. They are encouraged to do well in athletics and to engage and thrive in physical activities, but not in activities that promote learning or emotional or mental growth. Now, I ain't down with the just go hoop, nigga. Just go play ball, nigga. Just dribble and do what you're supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? But to go along with all the hours that we put in the gym, we put in the weight room, wherever, that we need to make sure that we're investing in our emotional well being as well, our emotional and mental well being. Don't worry, I'm going to get to that. I know what you're thinking. The foundation of this black masculinity construct is laid early, with many black men growing up believing their psychological and emotional health and wellness do not have an inherent or productive value to other members of the black community or to society as a whole. Are you listening to the words that are coming? Are you understanding and comprehending the words that are coming out of my mouth? Many black men internalize the idea that their value lies in what they can contribute physically, such as through sports or performing physical labor, and that discussing or exploring psychological or emotional concerns is in direct contradiction to societal expectations. We need to create more space for dialogue and change, y'all. Okay? It's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable. And I'm going to continue this because I'm running up on 10 minutes. I'm going to pick up on this tomorrow or in the next few days to finish out this story. But some of you may be asking, well, we ain't got the money. We ain't got the, if you have, we can't just access an EAP. We can't just access a psychiatrist. We can't just call up Freud. We can't just call up somebody and just say, hey, listen to me objectively, non-judgmentally, and let me vent, let me express, let me do whatever I need to do to get through the next day. Black man, young black man growing up to be a black man, boys to men, access and cost matter. I understand that not everybody has the costs or the finances to get the type of interventions that I'm talking about. And there are makeshifts. There's the barbershop. There's the church. The key word, young black brother, is objectively, non-judgmentally. Somebody that has been trained in these arts. Somebody that ain't just going to give you a Bible quote. And I ain't trying to come down on religion, but sometimes it may take more than that. Black man, young black boy. Think about that. Men's Mental Health Month, I'll continue with this. Toxic masculinity. Think about all the toxic motherfuckers that you know that always were talking about, man, look, I'm this, I'm that, I'm tough, dead or in the penitentiary. Am I wrong? Or broke? Until next time, Denmark. Peace, love, and happiness.